over the entire world. First of all, I want to just say congratulations for maxing out all of the lines that we've had. We've got 2 different Zooms that are actually completely full with over 1,000 people apiece. We've got a Spanish line that we have that's actually maxed out as well. And we had earlier today in round 1, I think we had over 800, was it over 800 connections? So we had over 2,800 connections, almost, 2,800 connections that we had earlier on our very first inaugural call for Countdown for Freedom. And things are absolutely going haywire. The number of calls, text messages that have actually come in has been unprecedented in my 28 years in this entire industry. And so we're really, really, really excited about what's actually taking place, what's actually happening. And today I want to do the same thing tonight. I actually want to share with you a little bit of my story of what's actually taking place on this call, why we're actually doing this call, and why do we have something that's called Countdown for Freedom. For those of you who don't know me, as I mentioned earlier, my name is Holton Buggs. I live right here in Houston, Texas. I've actually been in Houston, Texas for a little over 28 years. Came here to go to college in 1990. And I never, ever went back home from back to Tampa, Florida, outside of visiting. And I never forget, it was really my freshman year when I was introduced to this crazy world called network marketing. I had never heard of it. I didn't know such a thing existed. And I can remember going to a meeting, and that meeting was a company that I give credit for all of the success, and that was a meeting in the Amway Corporation. I went to that meeting, and I never forget, after the meeting, I was one of the first people raising my hand to find out how could I get enrolled. I didn't know anything about being followed up with. I just knew that what I saw on a board was brand new math. And I was a little irritated with my parents, wondering why in the world didn't they share with me this concept of network marketing, because had they shared it with me, I don't know if I would have even gone to college at that time. But let's go ahead and fast forward and share with you what my experience actually did for me. I got enrolled, and I never forget, I knew that I was going to be free. I knew that I was going to be wealthy. I knew I was going to make it happen. And for the first 7 years, I went out there and I did everything that was possible to make it work. And it worked for me. It did. I just didn't get on the money side of it. The personal growth, the exposure, all of that worked perfectly for me. But I never, ever had a chance to make even $500, in excess of $500 a month. There were 3 separate months that I earned over $500 in my entire 7-year career. And I never built a group that was over 49 people total. This is from the very first day that I actually started. So one of the things I share this story with you for is because I resonate with many of you who are out there. I'm not the one who got involved in network marketing in their first time, who became a 6-figure or 7-figure income earner. Those were just not the numbers for me. I was one of the ones who was real patient, wondering, can this work? Will this work? Did I put a lot of time into it? Of course I did. Did I put a lot of money into it? Of course I did. During that 7-year period, I can calculate a little over $70,000 that Erlene and I actually put into what we call personal development. Those were the tapes, those were the books, those were the events that we'd actually attended. And some would wonder, why in the world would you put that type of money into a company knowing that you're not making any money? But here's one of the things that I understood. I understood that there was no price too great to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. That means the privilege of being free. And so what I was doing is I was investing into my own personal development, and I had no idea that everything that I was doing at that time would actually lead me to be where I am today, to lead me to being right here in my home, actually launching my own network marketing company. What happened after those 7 years, I went out and got involved in traditional business, started a furniture company, and actually Erlene and I, we did extremely well with the furniture company. We actually started selling furniture on the side of the street corner, and we were making a nice multiple six-figure income selling furniture on Saturdays and Sundays in the parking lots right there on the street corner. And what happened is a little bit later on, about 6 years later after that, we had some challenges. Our furniture that we were importing from Indonesia, we had some challenges, and the economy was really, really bad. And we found ourselves $250,000 in debt, 45 days away from foreclosure. And we had just actually had a car repossession. And I had no idea what we were going to do. I had no idea how it was going to happen. All I knew was that I live right here in America, and I live in the land of free opportunity and free enterprise. And I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to make it happen. And what happened is I turned right back to network marketing, and I'd taken all of the skills that I had before, and we went out and we actually made it happen. Now, my next opportunity in network marketing, actually, I took all of the skills and we became absolutely free. We became financially independent, was able to retire at the age of 28, I think it was 27 or 28 years old. And since then, I've been completely free from any other employment or free from any other job since then. So why do I tell you this story? Because many of you on this call, you have not made it on the other side of money in network marketing. Many of you on this call are out there wondering, can I make it happen? Many of you on this call right now who are looking in, you've tried, you've been what I call the Holton bugs. You've been that typical story in network marketing who've given it everything that you've got. You went out there and tried to sell the products. You've gone out there and you've talked to so many people and you've become one of the best salespersons, but you still haven't gotten on the other side of money. I'm telling you that because I can identify with you. I know exactly how many of you feel. And I would go to events and I would actually just dream about one day I'll make enough money just so that I can even become full-time or even pay a car note or pay off a bill. And we actually was able to do that. But I'll fast forward and even give you a little bit more of the success story that we were able to create. Since then, what we did is we start to understand leadership. We start to understand systems. We start to understand how to actually build a culture and why it was even significant and why it was so important as we would actually watch these professional networkers come and bring networks to network marketing companies. And we were envious and jealous and wondering, why not us? Why can't we do it that way? And I can tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am so grateful that it didn't happen fast for us like that. I'm so grateful that we didn't have a big team to just transfer into another company because we learned network marketing the real way. We learned how to do it brick by brick, person by person in an organic fashion. In our 28 years of network marketing, I can tell you, Holton and Earling Bugs have never, ever, ever, ever received a special deal. We've never received a recruitment bonus. We've never received an enrollment bonus or a company cutting us a deal just to join their company. And I'm not putting that down. I'm only saying that because it's not duplicatable. And right now, we've got thousands of you who are out there right now. You're in the same exact position. You haven't earned your stripes to get a deal. You haven't earned your stripes to say, hey, where's my bonus? And so what I'm telling you right now is that for those of you who are out there, the 99% who are out there, you are Holton and Earling Bugs. You are that next giant waiting to happen. And so over the last few years, what I've realized after building teams now of over 3 million distributors and doing billions and billions of dollars in sales, I was always looking to say, how can we fill a void that's out there? We still recognize that there was a void in this industry and that there was something more to offer in this industry to solve what I believe is some of the biggest gaps. I looked around and I saw all of the companies that were out there, and I saw that Amway and Avon were the largest companies, boasting around $11 billion at their peak. But why is it a company or an industry that typically run by debt-free corporations, typically you don't pay any commissions until a sale is made, with unlimited opportunities to sponsor, unlimited compensation plan opportunities, why is it that a company such as an Uber can come in and be the fastest growing company in the world, and they can do it in lightning fast speed? Why is it that the Airbnbs of the world have been able to come in and actually dominate the entire industry? And I believe it was because no one in the network marketing space up until this moment, and I can be completely wrong, had thought about creating an opportunity for you, creating an opportunity for the masses. You know, if I can actually relabel this company, here's what I would call it. I would call this the FUBU company, a company for us, by us. What do I mean by for us, by us? I just explained that the last 28 years, we've actually been distributors. We've also had our hands in the corporate side for the last 11 years, understanding this industry. But one of the things that I found is that nobody knows this industry like the people on the front line, like the distributors. And one of the biggest challenges I had was wondering, how am I going to bridge the gap? How am I going to fill both roles and go between being a CEO and what I do best, being a leader and leadership development and leading the field? How am I going to fill that gap? Until I thought about it. I don't have to. That's what's unique. That I've got both skill sets, because I've looked at owners in the industry and most of them have one skill set. They understand the business, but they don't understand the field. And over the last 11 years, I believe that I was prepared, understanding the corporate side of network marketing as well, and being able to bridge that gap. But here you're looking at a person who's saying, I'm going to be on the front lines with every distributor that's out there. And so what I want to do right now, ladies and gentlemen, is I want to explain to you, and I want to welcome you to the launch of what we call Countdown for Freedom. Many of you, as I go through the presentation, you'll probably wonder, is there a company name? Of course there is. We've got a corporate name. We've actually branded it. And one of the reasons that we haven't released it is because we're actually registering this name all over the world before other distributors have a chance to register it. And so what we're doing is that we're going to be releasing at our brand reveal VIP party, the branding and also the corporate name of the opportunity that we believe is going to change the way network marketing is actually done. And so my goal right now is to go into a presentation and share with you this new opportunity. And what I ask you to do is I ask you to just suspend disbelief for a moment. And what do I mean by that? Because in network marketing, one of the things that people do is they always come up and say, well, you know, it's too good to be true. What if Uber thought that way? What if Alibaba and Jack Ma thought that way? We wouldn't have all of these great companies out there today. And so I am now going to go into what I call presentation mode. And I want you to bear with me because I am not the best at sharing all of my technology here, but I think I can get right into it here. There we go. I'm going into Keynote, correct? There we go. I think I did it. And let me expand my screen. Or do I hit play? Hit play? There we go. All right, there we go. Hit the play button. So now Countdown for Freedom, everyone. Again, thanks a lot for coming. If you just joined us, this is Holton Buggs here. And as we talked about, there's a time in the industry of network marketing that there's a time for this industry to completely evolve. And we're talking about the evolution of our industry here. And what do I mean by the time to evolve? You know, one of the things that I thought about is in the industry, one of the challenges that I've had in the last 28 years is being able to build an organization and see that my income can be solid. I've stood on stages before and I've talked to people about building a residual income and building a certain period of time that they actually have an opportunity to be free. And I would ask, how many of you would love to be free? And I can tell you, you know what? So many companies have done the best job that they can to provide that. But what I found in my experience is that I've always had to continue recruiting over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, not because of the company was bad, but because what I found is that network marketing never played into what I call human behavior the way that it should until the evolution of network marketing has come. And that's why we're here on Countdown to Freedom. And so what I want to share with you right now is the evolution. I want to share with you the vision of what we wanted to create here and what's going to take place. It's going to be what I call the very first, a first-class consumer experience. I'm going to share with you an opportunity to build yourself a consumer base and know for a fact that you can actually rest after you've decided what your income wants to be. You can rest assured that it's there. Why? Because we're building the very first ever, what I call PRIB. That is called a perpetual residual income builder. Perpetual residual income builder. To make it plain and simple, it's going to be your job as a distributor to go out there and build and acquire the customer base. And we're going to show you how to do it more simple and more easy than ever before in the history of network marketing. But it's going to be the company's responsibility to build your income. Now, I know you're saying, well, if that's the case, why in the world will you use network marketing? I actually shared this concept with a good friend, a world-class network marketer, a gentleman who's made hundreds of millions of dollars. And he asked me the same thing, Holton, why take this company? Why take this product to network marketing? Why don't you just take it to direct marketing? And I shared with him simply, because I have a need to be around people. If I went out and made $1 gazillion with this product, I'd just simply be very, very wealthy, but I'd also be bored. So what way to share something that you believe is the best thing that ever has come to an industry than with people from an industry from which you were born? And so I want you to buckle your seatbelts here, and we're going to talk about it. I want to share with you what's called the old model. The old model in network marketing is where I come from. And when I say this is not a criticism of any particular company. I believe most companies have done the best that they can. But here's typically what has happened in the industry. When we go out and get customers, customers typically pay more. What do I mean by they pay more? Every dollar that I've earned in the industry has always been a product that I've actually sold, or my distributors have sold to a retail customer, that if those retail customers just did a little bit of research, about 2 minutes worth, they can go right down the street to some other competitor and actually find that product much cheaper. Why? Typically in network marketing, companies work off of a 7 to 12 times multiple. That means that their cost of taking that product, they've got to multiply it 7 to 12 times to justify being able to pay out commissions. And so that means that our customers actually buy from us based off of a relationship. They buy from us sometimes because we're the first ones to let them know about the particular product. They buy it from us, why? Because of one word, and it's called loyalty and support, which is a good thing. And I think that the industry should be built on that. But in that model, what I realized is that only the strong recruiters actually win and become the next Holton Buggses. And that's what I've done. I've recruited my way to where I am. But what if there was a different model? What if there was a different model? What if there was a new model? A new model that where you're able to make money only when your customers pay less. What if you can actually say that the only time there's a commission that will come into my pocket, a residual income, is when I have forced a customer to pay less than what they were able to pay in the entire marketplace? Would that be a good philosophy to start a business on? And how could that actually even be possible? But I want you to pay attention, and I want you to understand how that actually is taking place. How will we bring this vision into the world? It all starts with the entire industry that's available, and it starts with Countdown to Freedom. I want to share a couple statistics with you so you'll understand the industry that we're going to talk about. And before you even prejudge our industry, just like I did, this product was brought to me, and I had been involved in the travel industry before in 2 opportunities. And when this one was brought to me, I wanted nothing to do with it. Why? Because I knew in traditional network marketing and travel, there was no commissions that I'd ever earned. As a matter of fact, I never, ever even shared my travel website with any customer. Matter of fact, I never even used my own product. I never booked on my own website. Yeah, was I the MLM hypocrite? Of course I was. I built and I earned money because of the leadership and the culture and the family orientation that was there. But the product was not something I was excited about until now. Let me give you a couple statistics here so that you understand what we're talking about. Travel's $8 trillion industry. And when you look at it by region, and find your region here, just so you can see exactly what's happening here. If you look at the United States where I am, $2.8 billion per day is actually spent on travel. Europe, $4.8 billion. Asia alone, $6 billion a day. Latin America, almost $1 billion a day. In Africa, 487 million. Why do I talk about these regions? Because I can tell you right now, we've got thousands of people from each region represented watching right now this particular presentation. As I mentioned, we had over 2,800 different connections on our very first call, and many of the rooms were filled with, some were filled with 20, 30, 40, some were filled with over 100 people as they watched this presentation. But when you take a look at that industry, here's an industry that you don't have to create. The thing I love about the travel is nobody has to create it. There's nobody who's a manufacturer of travel, so we don't have to worry about manufacturing fees. We don't have to worry about shipping or any of that stuff. All we've got to do is find a more unique way to do something. Every time I think of the story of Travis Kalanick with Uber, I think of how genius was it to take something that somebody was already doing. Everyone was already using some mode of transportation, and all he did was find a way to allow many other people to start a business from the click of their own phone, and he transformed and actually became the fastest growing company in the history of the world. Let's talk about a few things that you probably didn't know. I didn't know them. But here's the thing. Did you know that there's only 2 companies right now that monopolize, or I call it duopolize, the entire travel industry? Right now, if you've ever seen Expedia and Booking Holdings, which is Priceline. Those two companies own all of the companies combined. When you're searching the internet, there's probably 50 plus booking engines that you've actually gone to, like your Travelocity, Orbitz, your Trivagos, your Kayaks, your Agodas, your Booking.com, Hotels.com. They're owned by two companies. Did you even know that those companies weren't travel companies? They're really marketing companies. All they've done is really become excellent, become incredible at actually marketing to customers based off of customers' desires and data analytics, and allowing customers to funnel right to those particular websites, and actually becoming the bridge between a company, an individual wanting to travel and being able to service that travel. And they put the two together. What they've done, they put them together at what we call retail. There's nothing wrong with that. 99% of the people around the world pay retail. Well, there's three different ways to buy travel if you don't know it: retail, discount, and then there's what we call behind the curtain or backdoor wholesale pricing. I want to talk to you about what we've done. Those two companies out there, they're great. We're not in competition with those. There's enough out there for every single one of us. But we've got a company out here that have partnered, whereas we've actually partnered, and now my company is owned now 50% of Extreme Travel, whereas we're going to be able to pass those savings on to you. Significant investments that we've made has allowed us to be a major player in the travel industry. And let me share with you what's available. When it comes to wholesale booking, we basically allow our reps to have a wholesale booking engine, your own wholesale booking engine. When you look at all of those companies, they boast about offering the lowest prices, and they're absolutely right. The lowest public price that's out there. But the wholesale pricing that's available is only allowable if you do it through a login, which means even a customer would have to have their own personal login to access these types of prices. To give you an example, our travel engine allows up to 70+% off. As much I've seen is 78% off of retail prices. So many different extra bonuses, discount, and exclusive experiences that are available. When you take a look at it, we're talking $8 trillion of inventory right there at your fingertips. And all you've got to do is be able to be the person to connect a customer with a free website one time, never have to sell anything, never have to convince anyone. And all you've done is you've made a connection. And what we're going to do is show you how you get paid off of making that connection. To share with you some of the benefits of what we have, that we're not just a run-of-the-mill company that's starting. You know, I've seen a lot of different travel companies even offer similar services. You know what? I wish them luck, and they should do well. But what we're not doing is we're not taking it for granted and saying, hey, we're just going to be another run-of-the-mill company. What we've actually done is we've actually using what we call the backbone. We've actually got a backbone, and this is going to be what I call the support nucleus for all of the travel for all of our customers and for our distributors. To give you an example, to show you 18 years of history, 18 years of history, and our travel company, our travel agency has actually done hundreds of millions of dollars of travel bookings. If you take a look here, you'll see many of the different top awards that the company's actually been awarded: FunJet Platinum member, 500 Club, Carnival Cruise Lines, Delta Vacation, Diamond Elite Agency, Premier Diamond Agency with CLIA. All of the certifications that are some of the most highly recognized certifications, our travel agency has them. That's who's going to be the backbone. Why is this backbone important? I want you to imagine all over the world that you have customers that are actually going to be booking travel from their own website, not from yours, from their own. And when they book that travel, as all of us do, especially myself, I have made a lot of mistakes booking travel. I've messed up dates, I've messed up times, and I've actually had to change reservations. Well, what if you had no one to call? What if you were stuck? It's typically what happens with a company who has no backbone. So this is the biggest reason why Extreme Travel is going to be so important, because you're not stuck whatsoever. But what I want to do now is kind of shift gears and share with you the product so that you understand the benefits and why people are excited about this product. This is what actually got me. For so long, ladies and gentlemen, this product was residing right here in my house, right here in my house. And I didn't understand what I had until I was in Miami, Florida, in an Uber with a very good friend of mine, Peter Hirsch, and he showed me the benefits of what this product was. And I couldn't believe it. And for probably about a week to 2 weeks, I asked him, is this real? Is it real? Is it true? He says, yeah, it's real. It's true. And so I was wondering, am I going to get some room that doesn't have windows? Am I going to get there and they're going to put me in a room that doesn't have a bed or doesn't have pillows? Because I'm thinking, how in the world could these prices be available and real? Well, let me give you what's called a little test drive so that you'll understand what type of prices we're talking about. On our website, on our booking engine, what you're going to find is a real live booking engine, not some pre-purchase inventory, not inventory that's left over, not last minute deals, live booking prices that you can actually go to, and they change by the second. In this example here, you'll see Expedia, $339 for the night. On our website, it was $178 with $161 savings per night. Same room, same time, only different websites to be able to offer that. Here's another one here on that was on Travelocity. $440 per night is what it was retail. On our site, it's $130, savings of $310 per night. So when you take a look at a product like that, you know for a fact you're doing something good for your customer base. Not only is it hotels, but we've got rental cars. In this example here, $392, same car, by the way, same rental car service. On our site, it was $221, $171 savings. My question is this: what could you do with that money? Would you take advantage of that money if you had the same car, same place, same rental car agency, but just a different price? Of course you would. Here's another one what we have. We call it weeks. What are weeks? Weeks are when you can go onto our website if you want to go to an exotic destination or anywhere of your choice and you want to stay for a whole week. You can find some week, you take vacations weeks at a time and you choose these destinations and the rock bottom prices are absolutely ridiculous. This one here for an entire week was $1,215 in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. On our site, it was $712 for the entire week, 4-star resort, $503 savings per week. This is just an example. Some are more extreme than this here. But I want to show you some of my own, I'll share with you some of my own testimonials that I've experienced as well. We go to the next slide here. There we go. So if you take a look at this one, I didn't show this one earlier here, but I want to give you some real confirmations. These are what the confirmations look like, because people are wondering and asking, is this real? I blocked out the names of some of the ones that people who sent me their testimonials, and instead of having live faces come on, I'm giving you their testimonial. If you look at the one on the left, this is a hotel that was actually booked right here in Houston, Texas, coming up this week. The total cost of the reservation was $945.91, but they saved $999.77. Obviously, it's over a 50% savings. And not only did they save the money, they also earned 1,008 reward credits. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is incredible. Same room, same hotel, $1,000 in savings for a week's reservations. Another one here, $397 is the total cost of the reservation. But look at the savings. The savings here is $848.45. That means it was somewhere near 70% discount on the exact same hotel, the Sheraton Salt Lake City Hotel that a friend of mine just sent me. This was just booked just a few days ago. Another one here, you'll see that name, Holton Bugs. You see, this is one that I tested it out myself. I'm over here in Mexico and I take a trip, 4.5-star, all-inclusive resort. I'm talking 1,200 square foot oceanfront suite with a concierge that gave me their phone. They have a WhatsApp that they allowed me to book anything that I wanted. If I wanted meals, reservations, whatever I wanted, WhatsApp them, never call. But here's what happened. This is all-inclusive, foods, drinks, everything included here. My cost was $1,348. This was for 4 nights, 5 days. 4 nights, 5 days. But my savings was $1,589, almost $1,600 savings. It was 60% discounted. Another one that you see over here, reservation was $287 with the $532 savings. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what I can tell you. I have been receiving testimonial after testimonial after testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. In the testing phase of this, we've had thousands of rooms that have actually been booked, and here's what we've experienced. So far, I've had 0 complaints, 0 challenges, 0 issues with thousands of reservations that went in just through the test market. So when you want to know, does the product work? It does. Many other benefits that we have as well outside of just hotels and car rentals, but we do have the car rentals. We do have cruises as well. Flights, but I'll tell you, there's no discount that you're going to find on flights. If you see homes there, the homes represent an equivalent of the same inventory, not equivalent, but the exact same inventory of some of these home clubs or vacation packages that you'll pay $13,000 to $25,000 to have. We've got over 400,000 of these residents. Many are million and multi-million dollar homes that are in our inventory that's just included with our packages. I've explained to you about the weeks, but you've got marketplace, you've got timeshare owners, we've got wine clubs, we've got gift cards. We've got a lifestyle ecosystem that we've built here. And I'm going to show you how we've taken all of these benefits, wrapped them into one ecosystem. But here's what we've done as well. We've allowed every one of our distributors and every one of our customers to share in what we call a 110% price guarantee. That means that if you dare find another website that's public facing that shows a price that's cheaper than ours, what we're going to do is match that price, and then we're going to give you 10% of the difference. What does that do? It allows us to keep our promise that we only earn money when our customers pay less. That's the unique difference. I want to share a couple things with you about how this concept works, and then we'll get into how we earn money, and then we'll wrap this call up. Big question that I have for you is, do you boomerang? You say, well, what is boomerang? Boomerang basically is the concept of giving something out, giving out goodwill, and knowing that you've got goodwill coming back to you as well. What we do is we're able to now, our reps are able to share and give away savings to its customers. And guess what happens? The equivalent comes right back to them. I'm going to give you an example of how this actually does work. Here's a boomerang example of 2 vacations, exact same place, exact same time, but I'm going to give you just 2 different experiences. One experience is what we call our travel savings ambassadors. Those are people who become registered with our company, and they access this one here. An example, this is an all-inclusive hotel experience in Playa del Carmen, and 4.5 star, food, drinks, and everything, tax, tips is all included. The public pricing is $4,867. This was for 4 nights, 5 days as well. If you were a TSA member, Travel Savings Ambassador, your price would have been reduced by $3,399, bringing your total to $1,467 out of pocket, including taxes. But if you were just one of our boomerang customers, that means that if you were the Travel Savings Ambassador and you give this to your customer receives 50% of those savings. That means your customer take the same vacation, they're going to receive a $1,699 discount. They don't even know that the $3,400 is available. So if you say, well, if the customer is only saving $1,699, but there was actually $3,399 available, what happened to the other money? See, this is where it's unique. Here's what I want you to understand that sets us apart from every other company in the world. In the history of networking, to my understanding and knowledge, there's not one other travel company or one other network marketing company who's been able to do this. To actually take the difference of those savings and put it through a compensation plan and pay out the cash. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 85% of the money that that's saved, we're gonna pay it out back to distributors. Give you this example here. Here's you, if you watch it. You throw out your boomerang to your customer saves $1,699. Well, what happens for you? 50% of that $1,699 comes right back to you in a direct sales commission. Here's what I want you to understand. How many of your friends, when they vacation, go alone? So do you think if they went with 3 or 4 other people, they're going to let people pay retail? No, they'll say, hey, I've got a free website. It doesn't cost me anything. And now you've got 4 other people who are doing the exact same thing. So multiply the $849 times 4 or 3 or 2 or however many people that would have actually gone or however many rooms that would have been booked. Well, we're going to take the other percentage of those savings that's available, and we're going to run it through a uni-level compensation plan on the residual side. $595 is available, but we have to double that so we can pay out the entire $595. So we put 1,189 points into the system. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what's unique. You say, how can you pay out 85%? And when we told people that this is, can the company survive? Yeah, I don't believe it's going to work. Wow. Well, there's no administration costs to these values. There's no shipping costs. There's no labor that's included. There's no delivery that's included. Basically, what we've done is we've taken goodwill, which is savings, and turned it into commissions. We don't have to manufacture it. We don't have to ship it. Everybody pays less, and then you get the commission, okay? See, this is what's unprecedented in the industry. I want to give you another example to show you the model here, the customer acquisition model. Here's the compensation plan, and here's what you're going to see in all of the presentations that you'll see in our company. You're not going to see us explain how the left team and the right team, the binary, and how you balance the legs. Or do we have? Yes, we do have the binary that in our full comp plan. But the compensation plan has nothing to do with how you make money. What I want to show people is how they really, really, really make money, and that is through customer acquisition. I want you to pay attention closely to this customer acquisition model. And all I want you to do is I want you to answer the questions to yourself of whether you can do it. See, when you answer yes that you can, it means that you should probably consider being a part of this company. If you can sit back and honestly say, no, I can't do that, my suggestion is don't become a part of the company. Just become a boomerang customer and save money on your travel. So here's how it works. I'm going to give you three models, a conservative, a moderate, and an aggressive model here. Let's say this is you. You are a travel savings ambassador. You catch the vision and you want to go out and share that goodwill. Well, how do you share that goodwill? You go out and you get 10 customers a boomerang website. Just 10. How long does it take you to get them a website? Well, how long does it take you to ask 10 people, hey, if you could travel and stay in 5-star hotels for 3-star prices, would you consider having your own free website to do the booking? That's it. As soon as they say yes, you actually register them with their name, their email address, their phone number, and the city and state in which they live, and you're done. Not one item that you have to sell, no convincing, no sharing, no over promoting. Your job is done. We've had people to get 100 customers in their very first day just through the trial period of making this work. I was called today by a good friend of mine over in Mexico. He says, listen, I've got a guy who has a similar program, but he doesn't get paid commissions, and he gives 1,000 boomerangs a day, and he has gives out 1,000 of them, and he's signing up 400 people per day working for another company, but not getting paid the commissions. Say, hey, listen, maybe there's an opportunity here for him. So here's what happens. With this example that we have, you give out 10 customers. Each customer in this example, let's just say that they're going to take one vacation or one trip per year. And in this example here, the average person when they vacation saves about $600 through this system here. So every year they're going to have a $600 savings because they only travel once. That's going to give you a total of $6,000 in savings for the 10 people combined. But because you were the one who gave them the website and they log in and book their travel through it, you're going to get back a check for $3,000. Remember, you didn't have to sell the travel. All you did was connect them with their own website and your job is done. I'll give you another model here that's a little bit more moderate. And I won't bore you with all the same details, but let's just say that you wanted to go out and build a model of 100 customers. Where it says 10 in a circle here, replace that for 100. You give 100 customers a boomerang website. In this example with the same savings, $60,000 in total savings means that you earned a $30,000 earned commission. My question for you is this. How many of you have been hoping and praying on your job for a promotion or for some advancement in income just so that you can put kids through college, move into a new neighborhood, or even just do some of the simple things that you've always wanted? Ladies, have you ever had an issue of coming home with a new shopping bag and wondering, why is he looking at you like that? Well, what if you went out and got your own 100 customers and you got $30,000 of shopping money? So what we're saying is we found a solution for many of the financial issues out here, no matter whether you want to be part-time or full-time. If you want it to be more aggressive, what if you went out and got 1,000 customers? Somebody who went out and wanted to really, really market. Replace that 10 with 1,000 customers. And in this example, each person takes one trip per year, $600 savings. That's $600,000 in travel savings. That means that you're going to come back and get a check for what? $300,000. And remember, in this example, you have not recruited one person. This is simply customer-driven income. But for those of you who want to build a team, I want to share with you the team builder concept. I want to go through this and give you a conservative model as well. And now that you've actually said, yes, I can give away 10 boomerang websites to a customer, I want to show you what happens when you actually multiply that. I want you to imagine that you build yourself a team of 1,000 other travel savings ambassadors, and each one of them give out 10 boomerangs. In this example, you've now got 10,000 trips that are actually taken within your entire organization. We're going to use the same number here, $600. Can it be more? Of course. Could it be less? Yes. But what we found is 600 is a very good number here. Now you've got $12,600 in travel savings dollars that you're actually getting credit for. What happens? This is per day, because when you look at it, you've got 27.4 trips per day that's actually taking place in your organization. When you look at the savings and we look at a 10% override, because you can't get 50% of that, you didn't do the work, but you're going to override all of your team sales at somewhere around 10%. It could be a little less, like 8, could be a little bit more like 12, but let's just say 10%. That's $1,260 per day, $37,000 per month, $453,000 per year. This is where some people say this is too good to be true. Check the math. Check the math. There's a reason travel is an $8 trillion industry. Let me give you a more moderate example here. And then I want to show you something. I'll change the numbers for you if you want me to. Let's just say that you built a team of 10,000. Out of 10,000 distributors that you built in a team, here what you've got is you've got everybody who's got who's got 10 customers. That's 100,000 trips that are being taken in your organization. 100,000, 274 trips per day. The average saving of $600, you've got 115,000 savings dollars that's actually going through the organization. If you're overriding that at 10%, that's $11,000 per day of personal income, of group income. Group override income, that's $345,000 per month, $4 million per year earnings. And in this example, there's only 10,000 members that you have. Here's where I want you to understand that's unique. Here's what's different. Here's why we created this. Here's why I say this is the FUBU company, for us, by us, for distributors, by distributors. Because in every company, what I've realized is that the average customer in network marketing stays on a product for 79 days before they quit. The average customer buys $35 per month, meaning that we generate $105 worth of revenue from a customer. And if not, what we've got to do is we've got to go out and recruit more customers to make sure we keep that model, because 79 days later, on the average, they're gone. What does that mean for your income? You've got to continue recruiting. There's nothing wrong with that, but you've got to continue doing it. Well, what if you had this example here? In this example, I'm going to take a risk and say, what if all 10,000 of your team members quit? Every single distributor quit. But remember, you've got a team of 100,000 customers. Can you imagine? Could you give me one reason that any one of your customers would actually quit? One reason that they'll say, hey, listen, I know you're no longer building with this company, and so I'd rather not receive the savings. No. It's free for them to onboard. It costs them nothing. What does it cost to maintain their website? Absolutely nothing. That means that the barrier of retention and entry, we have eliminated. And that means that you have an opportunity to have a customer for life. There's more aggressive models in here, ladies and gentlemen, and some of you probably will have your minds blown when I go to the aggressive model. But we do have some professional builders on here, some people who built teams in excess of 100,000 people, only to see that they've only got maybe 10,000 or 5,000 of them active, and they have no customers to show for all the work that they've done. I've been in that situation myself. And I said, there's time for a different way to do network marketing. And so just imagine you have 100,000 members that you build in your team. Each one gets 10 customers. What we've done is we're putting together something really strategic and doing all the recognition for those people who go out and get 10 boomerang customers in their first 7 days. Why? Their work is done. It's done. No selling. The relationship between the customer buying and you has nothing to do with each other. If you never talk to the customer again, ever see them again, they're still going to travel. They're still going to have rental cars, cruises, and use this ecosystem that we have. But if you use this example and understand this example, $600 savings, that's $1,150,000 per day of travel savings income. You're overriding it at $115,000 per day. I've got a question to ask here to my team here. Where's my? Can I use this as a calculator here?
Yep.
And change it?
Yep. Just stop sharing.
Let me stop sharing here for a second. I want to share something with you because some of you are probably wondering, is this too good to be true?
Share again.
So share again.
And then choose the team building calculator.
Okay, team building calculator. Where is that?
It's in Keynote.
It's in Keynote.
Open Keynote.
Okay. All right. One of my open Keynote windows. Please come do it for me real quick. I want to show you something here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not the best at the technology here, so I'm soliciting a little bit of help. Am I in it right now?
Did you share?
No, I didn't share.
Okay.
I think I'm sharing right now. Yes, I am sharing the screen. So is this it?
No, you're not sharing.
I'm not sharing. Just bear with me for a moment. I want to share something with you. Here we go. Share screen. Go back up there. There we go. Awesome. So now I can click in here and share this.
Yep.
So let's just say in this example here that I gave you, let me go to the next model here for example. How do I go to the next screen?
There's not this only one.
Only this one here? So let's just say, for example, I can change this number here.
You can change this one.
I can change this one. So my question for you is this: how big was your last team? Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to our audience here and see if somebody put in their comments. Give me the number of the size of your last team here. Let's see if somebody puts it in the comments. The size of your last team. Are these the comments here?
Chat.
The chat. In the chat here. All right. Somebody said they had a team of 300 people here. All right. We got a lot of people. 300. I'm going to use 300, 6,000. And then I'll use, somebody said that 19,462. So watch this here. Let me show you what this actually looks like for you. So somebody said 600, right? 600.
Don't hit enter, just hit the white space.
Hit the white space. This is what it would have looked like for you. Now you've got 16 trips per day. If every one of your people got 10 customers, you've got customer savings of $6,904. You're making $690 per day, $20,000 per month, $248,000 a year with a team of 600 people. This is including if all 600 would have quit after they got their 10 customers. Somebody said they had 19,000 and some odd people in their group. So let me use that one here. What was it? 19,420. I'll use 19,420. This will give you the equivalent of everybody in your team. If you got them to get their 10 customers, 532 trips per day, an average of $600 savings. You got $223,000 in customer savings per day. Your 10% earnings is $22,000 per day, $670,000 per month, $8 million per year. Well, Holton, what if the savings is not $600? Can I change this number? I can't change that number. I'm going to show you the next time how I can change that number, right?
Let's try it.
Let's try it. Let's just see here. Let's just say if it was $450 average savings. Well, guess what? Now you got $167,000 in team savings. You're earning $16,000 per day, $502,000 per month. So my question for you is not how big is your team, but how big is your dream? That's what I want you to really understand. Ladies and gentlemen, what we've done is we've solved the riddle between network people going from company to company to company because what they built have absolutely collapsed. The perpetual residual income builder is in full effect. What we are doing in this company is we're putting all of the money into the marketing. We're building a marketing team that will actually go in and build the relationships and cultivate the relationships with your customers. Here's our philosophy. It's your job to go get the customers. It's our job to go out there and make sure we keep the customers. Let me go ahead and close out here. And now, Tigre, if you can help me get back to the regular presentation, I want to close out and share with them how we really get started here. I've been going back and forth in this presentation. So this is a little, I think it's this one here, right? There we go. Let me share this one now. So let me close out here and share with you exactly what you need to do here, okay? The thing I want you to understand is what I'm giving you here is examples. People say, is this a guaranteed income? No, there's nothing guaranteed except that you're going to do some hard work and you're going to have some failures from time to time, just like I did. But what I can tell you is that this is a model that we put together that is very, very, very realistic in terms of what's available for you. But I want to share with you how to get started during this pre-launch phase that we have here now. Okay. Uh-oh. Sorry. Getting started in the business, what we've done is we put together a pre-launch uni-level compensation plan. This pre-launch uni-level compensation plan is very, very simple, meaning in the first 45, no longer than about 60 days, we'll use this compensation plan, which is a simple, fast start compensation plan, meaning that for the 3 levels that you'll see of entry, coach class, business, and first class, 250, 500, and 1,000, here are your corresponding percentages that we're going to pay out as you enroll new distributors into the team. Now, remember, as you enroll new travel savings agents, they're going to be getting their boomerang customers set up, and those are residuals. So when those trips are taken, those trips, we're going to show you what the calculations are and the potential earnings for trips that are even booked 6 months from now. You will know the money that's actually coming. First class technology that we'll have here. Getting started, how do you actually get started? Okay. What you're going to do is this. Each person, when they start, will actually start off with what we call our standby package. That means that $49, which gets you your boomerang customer site, you're going to receive 5 boomerangs to send. That means you can send out the boomerangs and you can earn 25% of whatever the referral commissions are instead of the full amount that's available. You'll receive a presentation called I Decide. It's an interactive presentation, meaning that you don't even have to do the presentation. You click a button, put an email address in, and send it to a prospect, and the presentation does everything for you. You'll receive also your TSA or Travel Savings Ambassador online management system that will come along with that. And now you're ready. You have access to this system. But remember, you're on standby. You've got 3 other packages that you can choose. You can actually go coach class if you choose to, and that's the entry level. Coach class is going to give you access to the hotels, flights, rental cars. You'll receive 10 boomerangs so you can get customers, and you're still at 25% of the travel savings bonuses at this level. In our binary compensation plan, you'll receive 10% of the commissions. Now, you've got also an upgrade if you wanted to. You can upgrade to business class by paying the difference, or you can come in at business class if you choose to. What you're going to receive is all the coach benefits plus cruises. You'll receive 25 boomerangs, and now you're entitled to 100% of the travel savings bonuses that are actually available. 100%. 12% in our binary compensation plan, but also you're going to receive 1 week pre-sale notice for all of the VIP second level reservations that we're going to post for world-class trips that we're going to do as a company. You can also travel first class if you wanted to. And first class means that you get everything that I've just mentioned, plus you're going to receive the homes. You're going to receive the weeks, the marketplace, the lifestyle, and the timeshare. You're going to receive 50 boomerangs, 100% of the savings. And for a limited time, what we're going to do is what we call our Founders Club. Our founders will actually get 20% grandfather percentages in the binary compensation plan for 1 year, regardless of what your earned or qualified rank will be. But you'll also receive 2 week prior notices in advance of any VIP level 1 reservations for all of our events. Now, how does this all work? With this, your website maintenance is going to be $49 per month for coach class enrollments, $99 per month for business class and first class enrollments. We'll share with you a little bit more later on about all the benefits of what you get with that auto ship that you'll have, or not auto ship, but your auto pay to sustain your website. The main thing I want to share with you now, ladies and gentlemen, is get yourself positioned. Get yourself started right now. And here's a schedule of what we've got going on as we close out. Today is February the 18th. As you see, it's the pre-launch promotion kickoff call that we've got, and this is the final one for tonight. Get with your upline, because I can tell you many people are doing launch calls after launch calls in between these. We've probably had several hundred different launch calls that have taken place today, and yours truly has only actually done 2 of them. As I told you, I'm going to be on the front lines with you in the field. On the 8th of March, we're going to actually have our liftoff party and brand reveal. That's when we will actually reveal the name of our company and actually all of the branding. It's already done, but we're using this VIP event that will take place right here in my home. Get with your upline leader, someone who's a leader, and they'll let you know what's going to be required of you to receive an invitation to be here. There will be only about 250 leaders from all over the world that are high earning leaders that will be at this branding party that we have. It's going to be absolutely first class. The following day, we're going to have a liftoff event right here in Houston, Texas, our global, what we call Global Opportunity Day. My dog even agrees. He wants to be here. But anyway, the Global Opportunity Day is when people all over the world, if they couldn't be here, presentations will take place that day on a global basis all over the world. And then on March the 11th, ladies and gentlemen, what happens is this. On March the 11th is what we call the system actually goes live. It's our official launch date. When we give you the link, and we've been working on the link today, we had a technical difficulty. We've got thousands of people trying to get in the system now, but you'll choose your $49 standby package, and you'll also choose which package you want to go, Coach Business or First Class. But the Coach Business or First Class won't get charged until March the 11th. That's the official launch date when we will actually give you your travel booking engine. And we don't want to accept your money until we can actually deliver and deploy that particular product for you. And then, ladies and gentlemen, on March the 11th through March 18th is what we call Mission 10K. I've received several phone calls today saying we need to increase that, but we'll stay modest. Mission 10K is this. On March the 11th through 18th, our mission is to put 10,000 travel savings ambassadors into the system. But more importantly, our mission for the first 90 days is this. We will get 1 million customers that will actually be registered with our company within the first 90 days. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your first perpetual residual income building company. You go out there and you get the customers. It will be our job to build the income. Tomorrow's conference call for opportunity will take place at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. So it really serves our European and our African base that we have over there, people who really want to take advantage of the opportunity. And then we'll come back at the same time, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, for another call. For those of you who wanted to know more about the true compensation plan, we're actually going to do a call right after this one. What time is that going to be?
No.
It's going to be pretty much now. Do they stay on this line?
No.
Or is it's a different line? Do they know how to get on?
If they're on Facebook, it'll be on Facebook.
If you go to Facebook Live, you can actually go on. I'm actually going to show you the compensation plan so that everybody understands what the full compensation plan is going to be. Many are excited about the pre-launch plan, but some say we want to know what the real plan is going to be, and we're going to launch that. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, I've actually overextended my time. I got a little excited today, but I hope you really enjoyed. I want to thank each and every one of you. And what I can tell you is this here. We have an incredible team of people. This is not just myself, an incredible team of people. Do I have that list of people that I can thank real quick? Okay. An incredible team of people. People are saying this has come together really quick. Is it just you and Terrence Gray and Mark Kithcart? No, we have an entire staff of people right now, about over 20 plus people that we have from customer service, from our travel customer service, from marketing, from branding. It's an incredible team who've put this concept together, and every single one of them are working for you. And without even calling the names, and I'll do it maybe tomorrow on tomorrow's call, I want to thank each and every one of you, because I can tell you our technology team worked 22 hours per day over the last few days putting everything together. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of them. Remember, this is a company for us, by us, which means that I'm a distributor working for you. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much. I'll see you on the next call, and hopefully you'll join us as well. See you at the top. Goodbye, everybody.
Sorry, I didn't get that fast enough.
That's okay. E-meeting.